The idea of war and conflict around water shortages or the water supply is not really a new concept to many movies, to science fiction. I mean, the entire book Dune is based around having to store and manage water reserves at the micro level, albeit on another planet, not exactly an Earth based story. But that may be not that far off with plans to go to Mars within the decade. And now The Guardian has a very interesting report about global water shortages actually posing the threat of both terror and war. California, Middle East, very large areas around the world are drying up. Billions of people do not have access to safe drinking water. And US intelligence, which we can trust or not trust, and many people would have good reason not to trust it, but it seems to be corroborated. US and foreign intelligence suggests that the danger around the shrinking of drinkable water resources could bring us to a point where there could be full out war and terrorism around the acquisition and protection of water. And data show that California is on the verge of an epic drought. It has backup systems of underground water reserves that are down lower than they've been for a long time. We have Brazil, the Middle East, North Africa, South Asia, China are at risk. And it's still not feasible to simply run desalination processes from in order to turn salt ocean water into drinkable water. It's very expensive and it requires a lot of energy. It might just exacerbate the energy problem that we have. Certainly, to me, number one, an indication that we need to stop the fracking. Any process that is using so much water to derive a non-renewable source of energy needs to stop right away, as if we didn't already have countless environmental concerns over it, and water is another environmental concern. But we really may be heading in a direction, Lewis, where once again, we've talked about food. Food is not a supply problem on this planet. We have plenty of food for everybody to not be hungry. We have a distribution and resource allocation issue. And with water, we may be quickly heading towards water as a catalyst for war.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Just one of the many things we can add to the list that is a huge problem and that will eventually run out. It's not fun to think about. I don't think it will happen in our lifetimes, but you never know.
You never know, and I don't know for sure that it won't happen during our lifetimes. If you look at the Middle East and you look at places like Israel and surrounding areas that already are in heightened states of tension, and you look at the limited water resources that are there, water could become, in a way, it already is a political issue there, but could become an even more acute catalyst for political tension. We're obviously going to stay on the story. It's something that affects everybody. You can't say, I'm not going to worry about water.